Stadium just north of downtown Tampa. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Stroud looks to throw on the first play. He finds McCoy. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Stroud. Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. And look at this defense. They interplay here 24th in the league against the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, here's Stroud. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
All right. Mikey Texas. White Tony. Move.
Here goes Stroud again. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Irving. He's got a full head of steam. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that
one. The gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing outside here, and it's complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. The Buccaneers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
You look at the Saints defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Out of the gun now on third down. These guys running back out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. A run up the middle with Irvin. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Cougar 19.
Once again, it's Irvin. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the gun on third down, Youngblood will rifle this one deep right side.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Here we go. 18. That's it. White Tony.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Stroud looking to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Hunter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 112 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down and 1. Looking to throw. Youngblood. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Look hot, look hot. Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Griffin will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They'll try the left side. It's Griffin. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
Stroud off the play fake. Now he's going to step. Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Stroud out of the gun here. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 14-10. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
They're on the 31-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. I'm coming.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
It's a gain of 2. And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Cougar 19.
Off the bootleg. Youngblood. He's going to let it go again. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Escapes the defender. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Here we go.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
There's Chris Olave. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Where's the hot? Here we go. 18. 11. 19 Texas.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that one too wide and incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Let's go. 18. That's it.
Stroud working out of the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Stroud will look to throw once more. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. one-point game through 2 quarters as we get rolling here in this second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call it down at the 44.
But that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Buccaneers have retaken a third-quarter lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
All right. 18. What's that? Red. Robin. Buggy.
Play action. Stroud now. He lets it go deep for Olave. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position, almost had it, but it's second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
All right. We're behind.
And Stroud now to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
And the Saints
Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Stroud to throw it. This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Here's a quick throw right side. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter.
That ties the game 24-24.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a... That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 50 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
And he's going to be marked down very close to the 1st down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This 2nd and 4. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
So when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Here's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Mike, Tony. Hey, look the hot.
He ran it last time. Now Stroud will throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
He's got space past the 25. A beautiful fake. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 43 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Oh, ready? At 18, let's go.
The throwing again is Stroud. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Here we go.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
11.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. The extra point try now from Dicker. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Saints 31, Buccaneers 24.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard run.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Throwing to start the drive. Youngblood. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Operating from the gun, Youngblood. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, time.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10.
Come on, set. 17 Timberwolves.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Ready? COVID-19. Street, get him.
Check him out, check him out.
Go.
Back to throw. Youngblood. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
31. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Hey, uno more, uno more, uno more, uno more, uno more. Uno more, uno more, uno more.
Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Stroud. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Stroud. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aiden Hutchinson. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll take it at the 42. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70 Lions.
On the handoff, this is Irvin. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Youngblood. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Loss on the play.
They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Youngblood. They'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It's 4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go. 18. That's it. 19 Texas. 11.
Here's Stroud. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here comes second down. Now Stroud. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
On the quick, right? Swap. Another swap.
Stroud. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go. This is 4th down.
All right.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs have just about wrapped up the victory.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Tampa Bay, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.